I don't know why I'm laughing because it's not funny.
I don't know why I'm crying.
I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up. Meet me at the spot.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Nat.
It's Nia, and welcome back to Full Figured.
Episode 7. So before we dive in, we want to thank you for being a fan, for coming back for this episode. We're going to get real. We're going to talk about manager support. We're going to talk about some customer stories, bar etiquette, and then we'll do a bit of our fun psychology since y'all love that so much.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have been asking for more. But Nia, how you doing? What are you sipping on?
Something completely different. Vodka soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Nia and I are trying to get snatched.
We're going to get snatched because we are going to
Bonnaroo.
Super exciting. It's going to be our first time that both of us are going. And it's crazy that I've never been because I've been here almost 9 years now.
Yeah.
And I've still never been there. So, yeah, it's something that I'm super looking forward to. There's a lot of really cool people, a lot of good people on the lineup.
Yes.
So it's going to be really fun, but definitely a new experience for both of us.
Who are you most excited to see?
I'm really excited to see Big Frida. She does Louisiana Bounce, and I'm really into Louisiana Bounce. Also Kendrick Lamar's going to be there.
Yeah, I can't wait. Are they on the same day?
No. No.
I need to look at the days again. I can't wait to see Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I'm
really
gonna
good.
fucking rock out when we rock out
Yeah.
all over the place.
It's gonna be really good. So
Ooh-wee.
super exciting.
Yes, I cannot wait. We are very pumped. Nia already has her whole fucking wardrobe figured out. I don't. I'm
Mhm.
super behind.
You gotta get it together.
Yeah, story of my life. But anyways, how are you doing, Nia? We haven't worked together. We haven't really mingled in the workplace.
Yeah, I mean they put you more on the rooftop, and I'm still just rocking it out in the speakeasy. So
Yeah.
it's been good. Hasn't been anything, too crazy.
Yeah.
It's regular stuff.
Picking up.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up. When I tell you guys it's getting hotter, it's getting hoier, it's picking up. We're getting hoes out in these area codes.
Yep. So, one of our coworkers sent us a TikTok or a reel by Ken Coleman, and he was talking about how a manager or a crappy manager can affect your mental health more than your actual doctor.
Yes.
And it can later along the line affect your actual health.
Yeah.
So I thought that was crazy because honestly it's true.
It is.
If you have a manager that is constantly writing you and isn't giving you the proper support, that really can affect your mental health.
100%.
And it's just crazy because you're seeing more and more that people love their job.
Mm-hmm.
I love my job. I know you do too.
Yep.
But if it's one person that's affecting you and the way that you work, it can throw you off completely.
100%.
And it's getting hard right now just because right now we don't have a lot of communication between us and our management team, and then usually it falls back on us, and it takes a toll when it's the same thing over and over and over again. I hate sounding like a broken record, but I keep telling them that I need y'all to communicate with me more.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm trying to sound needy. It's that I need my management team to communicate with my bar team.
Right.
If y'all want, if you want to have a successful, progressive team, there just needs to be that line of communication. And we just have not had that recently. And it's just been getting frustrating.
Yeah. And it's like the negativity is so contagious.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, when we get frustrated and we make it visibly known that we're frustrated, that's when they start saying like, well, you're doing a good job, but you were just micromanaging me, thinking you like micromanage me for 5 minutes and then disappear, and then I don't see you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you guys are doing this, making me feel like I'm wrong and everything I do, I don't do any right. And then it's like the same thing, like people will give you flowers when you're dead. Like you don't know how appreciated you are, because when you're in the moment, you're there. Like they don't need to like give you some slack or give you any validation. They're just like, whatever, she's already here, she's already doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like that. Like as someone that I'm into the words of affirmation, I'm into the validation. Like I want to know what I'm doing wrong. I want to know what I'm doing right and how to improve. But I don't need to be condescendingly micromanaged or told. Like it's just the way that people go about, and how, if there is communication, how they communicate it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's super important too. And I know you and I kind of now work not under different managers. We have the same ones, but like they're kind of designated to different bars.
Mm-hmm.
So there's people that I'm dealing with more than I've dealt with in the past, and whatever. And it's like, something I found is that there's people in your life who you'll meet that have absolutely no control over their life at home.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going really bad for them. They're not doing well at home in their personal life. So they have no other outlet, and they have no other place, I guess, or time to put their aggression out except at work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the controlling factor comes in, because they have no control over their own life, that they bring it to work and try to control everything around them.
Yeah.
And it gets overwhelming,
Mm-hmm.
especially like you and I, who are in the thick of it, fighting for our fucking lives, like, getting our asses handed to us, getting abuse from customers as well. I'm sorry, not customers, guests.
Mm-hmm.
And it's overwhelming. And, I've been frustrated lately with, I think everyone's a little burnt out right
Mm-hmm.
now. And it's not just like the bar people. Like I've heard other industries and other workplaces, people just are feeling it right now. I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde in Gatorade,
Mm-hmm.
but something's going on.
Yeah. And, with being in hospitality, really you do just have to leave it all at the door when you walk in, because
You
if
do.
you let it affect your work, it's going to affect the other people that you work with. If you come
100%.
in with a negative attitude, if you come in with this negative mindset, it's going to rub off on the people that you are working with, and you don't want to have all that negativity in the bar.
Yup.
So if you need to, take a few minutes just to go and breathe and, just calm yourself down, count to
outside.
10, something. You just cannot let it affect your work, because it will affect the other people around you. If a guest sees that you are, you're down and out, and, they see you struggling, then it's sort of going to reflect, your tips. It's going to reflect the way that, they interact with you. You really just have to leave it in the door when you come in.
Right.
And that's something that, some managers struggle with.
A lot.
Yeah. And when you come in and you are short with people, you are, sort of secluding yourself from everyone, you bite back a little bit when, they ask questions. That's going to make them look at you differently. And, you can be the best manager, but if you just come in with that negative mindset, it's going to just affect the people that are working under you or working with you.
Yeah, it's a big dark cloud,
Mhm.
and it's contagious. That negativity is so contagious, and like I like to be as positive as I can be, even when shit's hitting the fan. Like I like to be, even devil's advocate sometimes. I like to see all sides of everyone's stories, what everyone's going through. But when it's like you are trying to turn this negative conversation around, And then that person, there's a certain person that just, well, yeah, but then there's this. And they bring it back down to the negative again and again and again. You can only be positive for so long. And I'm someone who's like really big, and you can make your own happiness. You can't control someone's actions, but you can control your own reactions. But at the same time, when you're just getting beaten down with that negativity, it's really hard to get back up. And especially when you're tired.
Yeah.
You're dealing with other people. Like, everyone's energy is contagious. You take a piece of that home with you. And just like a big practice of mine that, is really important with me is I try not to bring my work stuff home. Like, I'll complain about it and say, like, this shitty thing happened at work. But then I try to leave it at the door and just be done with it and not think about it. I'm home in my safe space. Shitty things happen. You get into fights with your significant other. You are going through it with your family. Don't bring that to work. You can, if Nia, I was like, I had a really bad day. I just want to vent for a second. We vent. I feel good about it. I'm trying not to bring anyone down. It's just more of a therapeutic thing. That's an open space. Sure, you can choose to do that, but don't bring it and be just like this down and out asshole to everyone around you because something shitty is happening in your life. I didn't do that to you, and I'm just tired of these expectations that are put on us, but then it doesn't apply to management half the time. And I don't know if it's because it's not seen, if people are just, needed and it's hard to find people right now, but it is very frustrating.
Another frustrating thing that I've been dealing with lately with management is the fact that they nitpick a lot. They will come in and, you will have a super long shift where you just been banging it out all night. And then you get to the end of the night and you're having to clean everything, scrub everything, take this out of this, take the trash out, all that. And you look at the bar and you're like, okay, everything looks good. You've double checked everything. But the managers will come in, whoever's opening, and they will take pictures of this, take pictures of that. You guys don't know how to clean. You don't know how to do this, that, and the next, and just
while
make
you
sure
guys
that
were just sitting there watching us or nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just like sometimes you just don't feel appreciated because you just spent all this time cleaning and trying to make sure that everything was spick and span, but you miss one thing, and then that's the first thing that you get commented about. When you're coming in and giving me that energy, that's also going to throw me off.
Right.
What I always try to tell the manager is before you try to give me critique, tell me something that we did right. Tell me, were there any, positive comments from guests?
Right.
Were there, what were our net sales? Like, what is something that we did well? Give us the pro-con pro.
Yeah, good news, bad news.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're coming in every time just punching it out and saying, you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right, you start to feel unappreciated.
100%.
And, I pointed this out. I'm also going to shout Natalie out real quickly. She got nominated for Employee of the Month. We'll find out soon.
We don't know why. We don't know why.
We'll find out soon if she got it. But that's really great. And, she should be really proud of herself. And, yeah.
I don't know why. Because I've been limping back.
That's okay. That's somebody's noticing that you're doing a good job. So that's all that matters. I have been at this job for almost 2 years now, and I've never been nominated.
Which is fucked up. And you're a lead.
Yeah. And, I've pointed it out multiple times. I'm like, man, sometimes I really don't feel appreciated, but I do so much.
Yeah.
I really try. I don't try to like hype myself up or anything, but like I do a lot for this job. I'll come in.
Yeah, she does.
I'll scrub all the mats. I will, clean the floors. I'll do all the organizing, scrubbing the fridges, all of this when I have some free time. And it's just like, a lot of people don't notice the hard work that some of their hardest employees do.
Yeah.
And, you just like start to feel unappreciated. And then on top of that, you're also giving me those critiques of like, this is what you need to do better. This is what you need to do better. You need to do this, that, and you just really it starts to take a toll on you because you know how hard of a worker that you are.
Right.
And to just constantly be nitpicked, it's just like, it's frustrating. And that's been happening for the last 2 years. And you will sit here and take advantage of your best employees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it starts to wear on you. It really
and then
does.
you'll let the slackers who are constantly on their phone, who aren't cleaning, who aren't like you and I are the type that if there's no one in there, we're scrubbing, we're taking dishes off of the mats, like the glassware off the mats, and we're scrubbing and we're like really cleaning. We're cleaning the bottles that haven't been cleaned in a while. And then there's people who sit on their phone. And I get it, like, you have your life outside of work, but they just fly by.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's frustrating because there's no consequence. And we'll have meetings after meetings and, we have to work harder and do this, but it's like, I feel like it's tunnel vision on the people that are already working hard because they know we'll do it.
Yeah.
But not anyone else. And that's something that really has been getting to me too, is the distribution of work and expectations are not on an even playing field.
Yeah.
They're very like, I think basically like, and I know you've been going through it, but it's kind of that feeling of the weight of the world on your shoulders and that there's just no distribution.
Right. That's just been like an ongoing thing. It's like when you're working a certain outlet, they won't let certain people work alone. So that's why you have to have a lead in there or one of the people that that will get the job done. And it's frustrating because it's like, why are you babying these other employees? I mean, these are grown ass men in this bar. But for some reason you can't leave them alone. But there's this weird double standard that if I'm coming in, you expect things to be fine. But for this one coworker, if he's coming in, you will not let him work alone. Why is there that double standard? What's the difference? It's just frustrating because you put all this work on one person and you expect things to. That really frustrates me because we're having to pick up a lot of the slack that our other coworkers are creating for us. So yeah, it's frustrating.
And that is that unequal distribution. Why are some of us allowed to work alone in these like I have a speakeasy shift by myself in a couple of days and I'm like, yeah, I can handle it. And there are days where it's like nice to work alone, like you feel good, you know what you're doing, you got your own shit going on. So we've been feeling the brunt of it for sure. I know that there's a lot of people frustrated right now. It's not only us because, sometimes you have to do some personal work and be like, is it just me? But then, when you have good, strong relationships like Nia and I, like Nia sent me a text and was like, hey, I heard that you've just been kind of not about working, like what's going on. And that meant the world to me because I don't have managers checking in. They're talking amongst themselves because I already know, like, people are like, I heard this about you. And you weren't coming to me, like, in that kind of way. But it's just like, y'all are talking about it. Y'all are full-ass grown adults who have been managing for however long. And you don't have the guts to just come and ask me about it. Like, that makes me think, like, you don't have to be my keeper, but don't talk about it amongst yourselves, but you can't say anything to my face. It's like, do you actually respect your employees or like what game are we playing here? It's frustrating. I mean, we could fucking talk abuse and work shit like that about managers all day. So let's shift to an even darker topic. Do you want to go into bad tippers, bad bar etiquette, what that looks like, and what fucking not to do? This is gonna be your little essay that we want you to take home, take notes, do your homework, and don't ever act like this when you go out.
So you were telling me earlier that you had a story about like some bad tippers.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the other day, I think it was like last week actually. There was a concert in town. It wasn't Taylor Swift. I don't remember who, but I don't know. It was a younger couple. I had ID'd them, whatever. So they were okay at first. Like they were sitting at the bar. She was kind of not giving much. She was just like, looked like she was not enjoying herself. And they had asked me for a picture. So I like took pictures of them, like did all this, and I was kind of busy. I was the only one up there at this point. So I was taking their pictures, doing all that, going up near the edge of the rooftop, like to really get their angles, whatever. First of all, if someone's doing that for you, you better tip them. And they're your bartender, you better tip them, period. Anyway, so they sit down, they're ordering a couple drinks, and they're asking, like, we like this flavor. Like, I specifically remember, we like rum and we like sweet but citrusy, like all this stuff. So I made them this cocktail. They were like, we love it. And with this cocktail comes other liqueurs. And just to go over our POS system, like, how we're ringing in cocktails. If there's a liquor base that you're using, like say, for example, I used Rum Haven, which is like a coconut rum. I put in the POS Rum Haven, and then if I'm making a cocktail with different liqueurs and different juices, there's a button like cocktail plus $1, cocktail plus $2, cocktail time plus $3, and so on and so forth. So I put on cocktail plus $2 because I, added different liquors. I use liqueurs, not liquors, but different flavorings, different juices, stuff like that. If it was just a shot, I'm just charging you for that one Rum Haven. That's it. So I give them the bill, and she gets very bitchy to me. And she's like, why did you upcharge me like $4? Because it was for both of their cocktails. And I said, well, you see, like, I explained it very carefully. I was like, if you had gotten a shot or like a Rum Haven water or something like that, something simple, it would have rang up as this. But you're actually getting charged less because I did not charge you for the certain liqueurs that I put in it. This is not just a one liquor or, whatever. And she was like, I don't like that. And I was like, well, at this point, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, well, you did order a cocktail. You wanted it a certain way. I could have charged you a lot more. I just left it at that. I'm not going to fight with these people. So it was like $72, like their tab, and they gave me $80 in cash. So I, took the cash, and then I gave them their change. And he took it and left me $1. One single dollar. I had made them like 4 cocktails, and I think he had like a Michelob Ultra 2 or something. And granted, I had just taken your pictures. I'm alone at the bar. I popped out your drinks how you wanted them as fast as you can. You said you loved them. You guys drank them all, asked for another one. Like, what is the problem? What is your problem? And it's just like, we said this in another episode. I didn't make the prices.
Right.
So when you're going out to drink in Nashville or anywhere, you need to be ready to pay those prices. It's a city. There's taxes. There's ridiculous taxes. I didn't make them. And it just pissed me the fuck off. And we're not supposed to say anything, but I looked at them and I'm like, really? I'm like, I'm glad you enjoyed your drinks. I did not give a fuck. I took your fucking pictures, bro. Not only am I your psychologist, I'm your fucking photographer.
And don't you love when they ask you to take their picture when you're like in the middle of like shaking.
I'm shaking tins with 2 hands.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Can you take my picture?" Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, hold on. Let me drop my tins. Drop them. Here. Smile, baby. Oh, yes, baby. You're a pageant girl. Like, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I'm trying to run this fucking bar. Ooh-wee. And I don't mind taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if you don't have that social cue to be like, oh, okay, she's busy, maybe I won't put my phone in her face. Don't go out if you're gonna be doing shit like that. Just don't go out. Yeah. Oh my God, that just brought me back.
But I was going to make a point that, like with tipping, you know, we do expect tips.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, that is how we make our money.
Mm-hmm.
If I am kikiing it up with you, if I'm, you know, conversing with you and we're having a good time, and you know, you tip me based off of that, I love that. And you know, you made a memory for me as I made one for you. But I had one of our coworkers point this out to me, that if I am pouring something, say I'm pouring something that's top shelf, I'm pouring like $125 shot of Van Winkle or of Cinquero Gold, all I'm doing is pouring you the spirit. I'm not really doing anything crazy. I'm just pouring it. At that point, I'm not expecting a large tip just because I poured your liquor. So say your tab is $300 because you poured a shot for you and for your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if you tip me, you know, $10 for that, I see why, you know, because you're expecting 20% based off of, you know, the total and everything. But honestly, all I did was pour you your shot. And that's something that, you know, I kind of had to learn, is that all I'm doing is pouring the spirit. I'm not really like having a conversation with you. I'm not, you know, trying to do anything crazy for you.
And give you all my time.
Exactly. All I'm doing is pouring you the spirit. I know we expect tips, but in a situation like that, I'm not expecting there to be a large tip just because I poured something. So, yeah, I wanted to point that out. Another customer story that I had, it was either this past weekend or a weekend before. We had a wedding in-house, and there was another group that wasn't part of the wedding, and you know, they were getting a little turned up, and one of the girls that was part of this like little group, she kept stirring the pot with like people from the wedding, and I could see them like getting frustrated. And then the guy that was with them was also chiming in and, you know, getting them all riled up. And one thing about me is that I am confrontational. You know, I will sit there and tell you, sit down. You need to sit down right now. Calm down. I said, you're not going to be starting that in this bar. Sit down. They're leaving. I was like, they're leaving the bar. You're not leaving with them. And I kept telling them to sit down. I'm having to be the babysitter right now. But then I heard one of them in the wedding group, he either threw something or he slammed a door. When I tell you, I dropped everything from my hand and I ran outside. I was like, you're not going to be starting that in my bar. I don't play when it comes.
What did he throw?
I don't know I think he like slammed the door. And I was like, you're not going to be slamming doors in my bar.
And what'd he say?
Nothing. He didn't say anything.
He was probably so scared.
Yeah.
He was probably like fighting for his fucking life. He was probably like, oh my God.
I don't like to raise my voice at people, you know? Like I don't want to have to sit here and be your babysitter. But if you start acting up in my bar, I will say something. I will speak up. There was one day that it was one of those like big corporate business groups. They were in-house and one of the girls, I guess she was trying to like be like, okay, this is my group, you know, put my card on it. But she came behind the bar, not just to the side of the bar, behind the bar.
I hate that. That's my pet peeve.
She was beside me, next to the POS system. You would have thought she was a bar back.
No.
And I said, I need you on that side of the bar.
Yep.
I said, I will put your card on it, but you need to be on this side of the bar. And what happened right after she did that? Another person from their group came behind the bar.
Because they think it's okay.
Yeah. And I had to raise my voice. And I said, you need to be on that side. Get from behind the bar right now.
Because that's illegal also.
Yes.
Like that is, and that puts all of us at risk.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. And it's like, it's a safety thing too. And it's not a big space between the bar and the fucking wall with all our liquor. Like, you cannot be doing that. Don't ever go behind a bar like that. Just don't.
Now, I did have one time where it was, and I talked about them last time, it was like people from my old job, the country club, like they came in and she ran behind the bar to give me a hug. And, you know, they're really sweet. And, you know, technically she isn't supposed to be behind the bar, but, you know, I made an exception that time because she wasn't being rude about it. Like, she wasn't doing anything. She was literally just trying to get my attention.
Excited to see you.
Yeah. So, you know, I made an exception that time, but just like, don't go behind the bar.
No.
Unless you want to get yelled at, unless you have a little fetish of being yelled at by a bartender, hey, do you, but
do not. Yeah.
Don't come back here, y'all.
That was happening with like a lot of drunk guys during the Christmas theme also. Like, they'd like try to sneak their way in, and I'm like, you need to stand on this side, and they're like, I just can't hear you. I'm not saying anything. You're the one ordering. Like, what do you mean? People got it's the entitled for me.
Yeah.
It's the entitlement.
Y'all are funny.
Y'all are on your wildest behavior lately.
So I'm going to reel it back in to the manager support because I know we talked a lot about the negative, but I want to sit here and say I have a huge appreciation for the managers that we have that do their job and
more.
And care about their employees and will sit there and tell you and tell the guests that you are an amazing employee and we are so grateful to have you. There's just like a huge difference between like your corporate managers, like your F&B managers, and then your bar managers. Right. Because these bar managers care. They care about their team. They care about everything that's happening in the bar. They are going to be your number one supporter. They are going to stick beside you. They're your allies. And it's just a breath of fresh air when you have a manager that cares. And our newest bar manager, Jen, I'm going to call you out because you are freaking amazing.
I'm obsessed.
Jennifer, Janine, JJ, we freaking love you. You are just like such a light at the hotel. And it's just like when you have a manager that is constantly looking out for you. I can't believe I'm fucking crying right now. What the fuck?
I don't know why I'm laughing because it's not funny.
I don't know why I'm crying. What the fuck? What happened?
We're worked up, dude. We are.
Damn it, Jen. What the?
God damn it, Jen. We don't like you anymore.
Yeah. So it's like when you get a new manager, you're really just like trying to test out the waters and, really see where they're at. But she proved herself so quickly. Like she just came in and right away, she's just like, what do you need? I'm going to help you with this. Even though she didn't know the POS system because silverware is absolute garbage. It is the great value. It is the great value of POS systems.
It's older than Nia and I put together. It is older than our ages put together.
It's frustrating. And she didn't really like understand the POS system, but she still was helping out.
Yes.
She was still like lending a hand and giving support.
Everywhere.
Bussing tables, wiping the tables down. Just tell me what you need.
bought us
just told me
chargers
what
with her own money.
Yeah.
Phone chargers with her own money. Just phenomenal. I was so pissed off one day. I saw her and she always has this line. I'm like, how are you? She's like, better now that I got to see you. And
Yeah.
it's just so cute because it's like just such a woman that is so like in love with her employees, like in love with her, I hate saying the word, but insubordinates, like she's so loves us and supports us with all. She's like my second mom. She's like my work mom, and I love her. She's always bringing snacks in her lunchbox, and she's like, this is what I bought for you guys today with her own money that she works her ass off for. She's just a lot. And I always tell her, I'm like, whenever I see you and I have a shit day, you give me a hug, and it's like hugging like a dog when they absorb your negative energy and they just light you up. And that's who she is. So even though there's the bad, there's always like the gem in the rough. And it's just like, Jen, you're a fucking angel.
Yeah.
You're the greatest addition that fucking place has had in a long fucking time.
So Jen, we appreciate you. Like you have no idea how much we desperately needed you in this.
Yes, and we need you
during this time.
Don't leave me.
Okay, now we can go to a lighter note. I'm done ranting.
We love this part, just like you guys love this part. Everyone's been asking me for these.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it. We're going to run through it quick because we know that we've done a lot of psychoanalyzing and, all that. So let's jump in.
Yeah. So first one is Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz, I'm a whore for. I think I've said it before. I crave them on the daily. I crave them when it's hot, when it's cold. It's just refreshing. So I've been getting like a lot of couples ordering it lately. I think that it is a summer drink. I mean, I know it's a summer drink.
Yeah.
And I think it's like people want to feel light and refreshed on it. You're just trying to have a good time and vibe out. It's not like something that is going to get you fucked up, but it's going to make you feel right. And kind of right quick, because champagne has that effect on you. And it's basically like 1.5 to 2 ounces of Aperol. I put 2 because I like people to have a good time. Ice, champagne, half club soda. I sometimes skip the club soda and just go fucking champagne all out. And champagne is something that like it's fast and gone. Like when you're drinking champagne, it's like if you're drinking just like one glass, it'll get you fucked up fast, but then you'll like it also leaves just as fast. Do you agree?
I guess, yeah.
Champagne like makes me feel warm immediately and gets me so fucked up, and then it's like gone. It's kind of like Coke. Or you're Italian if you're drinking Aperol Spritz.
Okay.
Isn't that what they drink in Italy all the time? That's what I heard. What's your take on Aperol Spritz? You don't like Aperol?
I don't like Aperol, not really. I mean, if you're an Aperol Spritz drinker, you're easy. I'm probably gonna vibe with you because you're it's the same with like mimosas. Yeah. You want champagne and you want something. You want a spritz. You just want this and champagne. This and champagne. You know what you like. I vibe with you. Now mimosas, you really can't go wrong with mimosas because people don't realize you can drink mimosas at any time of the day. It's not just like I know it's like popular with brunch, it's a popular brunch cocktail, but you can have mimosas at night. I mean, I had a lady come in the other day and she was like, "Can I have a mimosa?" I'm like, yeah, you can. Yeah. I might have one with you. Yeah, I was like, I want more people to order mimosas at night.
Yeah, because it's like, it's a fun drink. Yeah. It's fun. It's like you're down for a good time, except they sneak up on you fast. And that sugar from the juice, like, because you don't have to have, I mean, mimosa's orange juice and champagne, whatever, but like, I like to sometimes spice it up. Like, I had a pomegranate mimosa the other day. That's good. Blueberry, like, you could do different juices. But if you're doing, like, a bottomless situation, you'll drink, and then it'll fucking hit you like a train, bro. And and it'll hit you hard, and then the next day your hangover is not it. It's not it. I had like bottomless for brunch, like it was like a Halloween drag show brunch thing. Bro, I was fucked up at 6 p.m. throwing up, and it was nasty. Like, I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? She was having a good time, and then she can't even remember ordering her Uber.
I want someone start a trend of ordering mimosas at night.
Yes.
Someone hop on that because it needs to be normalized. Drink mimosas.
And
Drink
you're a fun
mimosas.
person.
Yeah.
You're just fun.
I vibe with you. And for the people that are like, what juices do you have? Girl, let me tell you what juice I got.
Girl.
Let me go down my little list. You might like this. You want me to put a little pineapple? A little cranberry? Mix it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want a little cranberry, pineapple, orange juice action? Let me take you there.
Yeah. So yeah.
I don't care. It's easy to make. So I ain't got mine.
I rock with them. How do you feel about Bloody Marys?
I used to hate them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, vodka with your soup? No. I'm like, abso-fucking-lutely not. I was so against them. But then, like, I went to a Bloody Mary bar, like, where you just, like, pick out all the toppings.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was more into, like, the food toppings. They had, like, a fried chicken. They had, like, don't look at me like that.
Yeah. Bacon, like a full slider, a full burger.
A full fucking burger. And I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. I feel like it's really good to bring like to bring you back to earth a little bit. Cause like if I'm really hungover and I go to brunch, like while I'm hungover, I go towards Bloody Mary. Like to just get that spice and try to get like, fucking sweat it out of me. Mm. But I'm not like, the idea of them freaks me out. And I'm a juicer. Like I make carrot juice. I do shit like that. Like, and drink that shit in the morning. But like, there's just something weird. And it has to be a good mix. Mm-hmm. If it's not a good Bloody Mary mix, or if it's not made in-house, then it's not gonna be great. Mm-hmm. Like it really is, I think, how the mix is. If it's chunky, get that shit out of my face.
We used to actually, at the hotel, we used to make our own Bloody Mary mix, and it was so good.
It's so good when you make it.
Yeah. If you make it right, and you have, your Old Bay, you have your celery salt, your pepper, you have all of that. If you make it right, your Worcestershire sauce.
Ooh, say that again.
Your Worcestershire sauce. If you make it right,
oh, yeah.
If you make it right, then it's gonna be really good. Yes. But there was one time we had one of the corporate managers come in, and I guess she was filling in. She was doing like task force or something like that. We had run out of Bloody Mary mix, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll just make it for y'all."
Oh no!
What was that? What did you make? It was just straight up like tomato juice. That's what it like. I saw her like putting some of the like celery salt in it, but I was like, "What happened?" It was so bland, and I was like, "Do you want me to make it?" She was like, "No, I got it. I can make it for you."
You might as well put fucking tomato like Prego from a can for pasta in that shit. Oh my God!
I said, "Girl, what is this? Who are we making this for?" And I had so many people send it back. Yeah, when she made it, and I ended up taking her.
Oh, that makes me nauseous.
I ended up taking her mix from the fridge, putting more like spices and stuff in it.
Did people like that?
Yeah, of course. But I was like, really? Like, if it's not a good Bloody Mary mix, then
get it out of my face.
Yeah.
It's like tomato water. It's literally watered tomato.
Disgusting.
Gross.
So. All right. What about kind of in the same aspect, michelada?
I don't like beer that much, and I don't like them, but those are a lot of bro-y dudes. They're like kind of hipster that come in and they're like, "Do you have Tajín? Do you have Tabasco?" Like, I want a michelada. I fucking don't even know how to say it. And it's basically like a Tajín rim with Tabasco. It's beer, and then they put like another type. Some places put like another type of hot sauce in it. Like they take the glass and they put like it like this.
chamoy.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
yes, it is. Yes, thank you. And sorry, that was your.
All right, it's up to you.
I reached across the table for it. I just don't like them, and it's always like those hipster dudes that are just like, yeah, I really want one, or like guys with like cut off pants and like rings. And like maybe
rings.
a leather jacket or something. They have like rings on every finger.
Eyeliner.
How do you feel about it?
About guys with eyeliner? Hey, do what you gotta do.
Hey!
Some people look, there's this guy. There's this guy that works at Mother's Ruin, and he wears guy liner. And it looks good on him.
No,
it looks really good.
There's hot eyeliner guy dudes.
Yeah, if you got like like the really like thick eyelashes,
yes,
and you put like a little bit of like, if you put a little guy liner on, you look kind of swaggy.
Good.
You
Did you ever
good.
watch the fucking movie Aragon with the dragon? What?
Aragon? I know Aragon, but
like the dragon movie. Okay, there's a fucking blue dragon. Her name's Saphira. People think that that's Aragon. No, Aragon's the dragon rider. Anyways, there's a guy in the movie who wears eyeliner, and he is fine. Not anymore, because I looked him up, like, kind of recently, and he's, like, nothing. Like, no one from Aragon, like, that movie's fucking sank. I like it, because I like shit like that. But, yo, he was fine. But I was talking about, like, micheladas. Do you like those?
I was like, guys with eyeliner? Yeah, do you. Cool. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm not, like, ordering them. I'm not going out of my way to order them.
Fuck no.
Okay, next one. Long Island iced teas, lattes.
You just turned 21. You heard about them from somewhere. And you just want to get fucked up quick, and you're leaving a $0 tip. Period.
It's that part. That's actually like spot on.
I just put 5 different fucking spirits in your shit, and you. So LIT, how I make them is like 0.5 tequila, 0.5 vodka, 0.5 rum, 0.5 gin, and then 0.5 triple sec.
Mm-hmm.
And then
lemon. Do you put lemon?
Lemon, yeah. Simple, and then Coke.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's me. All 4 bottles at the same time.
Like, that would be a trick, bro.
All 4 bottles.
Grab them by like the udders, and you just gotta. Damn, bitch.
I don't even. I'm a jigger queen. I love my little jiggers, but. When it comes to Long Island's, no. It's
it's a free pour.
Yeah.
It's a boom, 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 boom. But they're a bitch to make. I just don't like making them.
Yeah.
Just don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't shake them up, right?
I shake them.
You do?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I shake it, and then I do a dirty pour into the glass.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I don't. I'm an asshole.
You don't shake it?
Fuck no. I'm just like, here's a straw stir. Because I know you're 21. You don't and I know you're not tipping me. You're just you're not going to appreciate the shake.
All the bartender warriors, and they're coming for you in the comments.
They're coming for me. I already know, like, Dion, you're coming for me for that one probably. But I just don't fucking feel like doing it.
It's okay. That's okay. But yeah, you were right about the no tip thing. I don't think I've ever gotten a tip.
Like 50 cents at most. Like they round up, like, would you like to round up your dollar to the nearest dollar for donation? That's what they do.
That's
like,
exactly
here's
correct.
37 cents.
Yeah.
Round up to the nearest dollar. Heinous behavior.
The most popular cocktail, other than the espresso martinis in the bar, is the French 75.
Yeah, I fuck with the French 75.
And I didn't realize on our website, for our speakeasy, it's like, try our signature French 75.
That's not a thing.
I'm like, you couldn't like talk about one of the other cocktails, the actual specialty cocktails
like that we've made.
They're like, try their specialty French 75. Their specialty espresso martini. Like, you know,
I'm like, that's not our specialty, you fucking cock.
y'all couldn't pick like an actual specialty cocktail. Like it's just a French 75.
You couldn't pick like a lipstick and heels. I feel like that would be, or jungle, like even just putting Jungle Bird. People would be like, ooh, I'm kind of drawn to that.
Yeah.
Or like Moon River. Like, I know all your motherfuckers, hipster, whatever. You're like, a Moon River.
A Moon River.
A Moon River. I want to try that. Like, you gotta get that. Like, we talked about this with the cocktail names. That captures the audience. I'm not gonna be like, a French 75. They're delicious. I like gin, so I like them. I know you don't, but why is that our specialty? Why is that our thing?
I don't know, but people ask for them all the time. I don't have a problem making them. It's just like,
it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want 4 French 75s. Separate. Close the tab.
All separate.
All separate. Close it. Please close it. Separate. With their fucking wide leg jeans.
It's me. Let me get your cards. Let me get your cards.
Let me get your
You're
cards.
all getting. Nope. We're not starting tabs today, boo.
No.
We're just gonna close the tabs.
Oh, my last name's this. You guys all ordered the same thing.
You're all under ladies.
You're all under one tab.
You're all under girls.
And we just split it off. Jesus Christ.
Oh gosh. The last one that we should talk about today is all the grown ass men that come in and order light beers.
Can I get a Coors Banquet?
Guy, I'm sorry. We have Michelob Ultra. Then I'll get a Miller Lite. I have Michelob Ultra. Can I get in Coors Light? Say it with me. Michelob Ultra. I have a Michelob Ultra. Do you want Michelob? Because guess what? If I were to turn around, and pour Michelob Ultra into a cold glass, you would be like,
you wouldn't know the motherfucking difference, dude.
Mwah. This is the best. This right here, this is the stuff. Guess what? Guess what it is? Michelob Ultra. I'm like, gotcha.
Give me an MICH.
Gotcha.
LOB. I'm talking ultras.
Would you like a Michelob
all
Ultra?
Day.
Can I get a
Michelob.
Can I get a Miller Lite? I have Michelob Ultra.
I'm like, I have a Miller Lite in the back.
You know what? Let me just get a Woodford on rocks.
What the fuck is that? You just went from the lightest motherfucking water beer to a Woodford.
Your tab just went from $5 to $17. That's crazy to me.
Crazy.
Y'all light beer drinkers are so weird.
Go from 0 to 100. That's the definition of 0 to 100.
What did Michelob Ultra do to you that made you hate Michelob Ultra?
We just want to know. Comment below.
Oh my gosh, those poor Budweiser drinkers getting a Michelob Ultra.
Oh, pray for them.
And then when we had draft beers, they would ask, "Oh, can I get a Miller Lite?" Yeah, of course. And we had a lager on the draft.
They don't even know.
Oh no, they were like, "Oh, this is so good.
Just so good, straight from the teeth.
This is my stuff.
Straight from the teeth.
This is my stuff right here."
They're like, "Oh yeah."
Y'all are so funny.
Y'all are, and I don't know. I just. You light beer drinkers, like, do they not all taste the same? Because they do to me. Yeah. Sorry, they do.
It's just water, right?
It's just fucking water with hops, bro. I'm just saying, y'all are fucking nuts. And it's like, get the fuck over yourself. Y'all got a Pilsner? Yeah, Tiny Bomb Pilsner, it's local. Oh, fine, fuck it, I'll just get the Michelob.
I had that once. They were like, "Gosh, you don't have PBR." I said, "Sir, you are in a craft cocktail bar. Take what you can get." And his entire crew was like, "I like her. I like her.
I like her."
He got an attitude too. That's what and they're like, "He'll take that Michelob Ultra."
Yeah, I love when they do that. She like swoops around behind him and she's like, "He'll get that Michelob."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Ooh, okay, child.
That's why I like you.
I like you."
I had a group of, they were probably all like 21. They came in and they were like, "Yeah, can we get a couple PBRs?" I said, "This is not a frat party. Do you want to do you want a Michelob Ultra? He was like, look, I'm broke. I said, then you're going to get a Michelob Ultra.
What do you say?
Let's do that. He said, okay. And he started laughing. All his friends were laughing. I said, honey, this is not a frat party. Do you want a Michelob Ultra? He said, I'm broke.
There's some water over there. There's a water station. It's like a step below Michelob.
That just shows you he wasn't supposed to be in that bar. He's with his friends.
No, he wasn't.
His friends were like, oh, there's this cool craft cocktail bar. He's like, I just want to be on Broadway.
Yeah.
Someone take me to Nudies.
Yes. And the girls are like, we want to take our picture.
Yeah. He was there in what I say, body, not spirit.
Yes.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's all right.
Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up for the sake of time. Is there anything you wanted to add in before we end this episode?
No, just the same thing where you can find our podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music. Now you can find it on iHeartRadio. And of course, just watch us on YouTube. Let's get these views up. Let's please start sharing and liking and commenting. Get your friends on the podcast.
Yes.
We're trying to grow this. We're trying to grow this podcast.
We are, and we want it to be a safe place for everybody. We want to talk about topics you guys want to hear about. So like, comment, subscribe, comment about things you want to hear, slide into the DMs. I know some of y'all want us to get into body stuff also, so just let us know what about. Like, tell us if you have manager experience or bad, good, whatever, customer experience, anything we've been talking about, just let us know and, let us know your experiences. We love hearing from you. Our DMs are wide open.
Fullfiguredofficial. Find us on all the social media platforms. Our DMs are open. Leave some comments. Talk about how Natalie doesn't shake her LITs. And yeah, I think that's everything. And once again, we raise our glasses to you.
Empty. Cheers.
Yes. See you next time, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
I just wanna have fun. Come and beat me